6 piece of Christmas art. The first thing, okay, what we're gonna do is something very simple, okay? Super, super simple. We're gonna do some evergreen. We're gonna add some mini pine cones from the Hobbly Lobbly and some red beads for our holly, also from the Hobbly Lobbly. And either maybe a little green glass or a little starfire. And we're gonna add the word Noel at the bottom. All right, that's risky for me because my right hand, the Arthur, has been visiting me the last few days because it's been a little chilly here. And my hand is in so much pain right now from arthritis, but we're gonna do our very best, right? Our very, very best. First, we gotta do our background, all right? So I am going to do something I hardly ever do, and I'm gonna paint it a blue color. Okay, all right, y'all have to laugh at that. I need some laughing because everything I do is blue. We're gonna do blue and white. We're gonna do white with a smidge of blue mixed in, and then we're gonna outline a little bit of metallic gold. Then we're gonna do our evergreen and all that deliciousness, okay? Thank you for the sprinkles, Gail. Here's what we're gonna do, all right? We're gonna throw another kink in. If you sprinkle all the love, let everybody know we're here and that we're making pretty art, and maybe we'll introduce them to Rudy. All you gotta do is sprinkle, and tomorrow we'll draw a name for everyone who sprinkled, and we will gift this art piece to someone who sprinkled. Go sprinkle. Come back here, tell me you sprinkled, your name will go in the hat, and we'll gift you a little prize, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna do our background first, and I'm gonna use, that is not what I want white. That is white, but it's metallic, and I don't want that, I want white. So I'm gonna put a little white on my palette. Thank you for the sprinkles. Hopefully you'll love this art piece and sprinkle all the love. Osteo. Yes, ma'am. This is desert turquoise. We're gonna do a little squirt of that, not much, just a little, because we're only gonna mix a little bit of that into our white just to have a little movement on the background. All right, I'm gonna grab a decent sized brush. Maybe, oh, this one's got some yellow in it. Shoulda got you to clean that water. Will you do this one? Because that had some serious yellow from that art piece. Let me see if I can get it out. We don't want yellow, we want blue. Thank you guys. Hey Patrick, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, so I'm gonna just use black. Lord have mercy, does that tell you where I've been today? A little cry today. We're gonna use some white, and I'm gonna cover my entire canvas with white, and it's gonna cover up where I actually sketched on earlier. So I'm just gonna real quick get white on my entire canvas, and we want to move quickly. It doesn't matter how you get it on, just get it on. And while that paint is wet, we're going to add some blue to kind of blend in. Yay, Rhonda! You're going to be getting that Rudy Reindeer little essential kits. Look for that next week in the mail. You're going to be so pleased. He's such a cutie. All right, got all that white on. Got some little things we don't want involved on the canvas as well. And I'm going to watch, the tiniest bit of blue, because I don't want it to be blue. I just want it to have a little movement. So I'm going to get a little tiny bit of blue on my brush. We're going to start with that, and we can always add more. But once we get it on there, taking it away, oh, another story. All right, so I'm just going to go in with my brush, and I'm just going to squiggle All right, I'm just gonna add some squiggles. We'll get a little more. A little more. See, that's what I mean. You can add more. Whoa, I think Steve just fell in the bathroom or something. Are you all right in there? Squiggle on. Just for a little movement. A little movement. Easy to add, hard to take away. So you use little bitty baby bits at a time. Kind of looks like a cloudy sky, doesn't it? This area is starting to dry already. It's so warm in here. All right, a little bit of blue again. Squish, 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 squish. I'm just kind of making lines and circles. Move it around. Thank you. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Did any of y'all's pawpaws ever say that to you? My pawpaw said that all the time. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. Not to me, because I wasn't a man, but you know what I'm saying. Squiggle, squiggle. A little white again, because it's drying. Tiny bit of blue. Squiggle, squiggle. Just to get a little color, a little movement, a little something on our background. We're going to outline that with a little bit of gold too. Now I'm going to check my sides because this, yes, I'll almost always use a damp brush. Unless I say otherwise, it's going to be a damp brush. All right, sides are good, so I'm not going to worry about them. I just want to make sure they didn't have any dirt or ickiness on them. Since I'm going to be gifting this, I'm just going to go ahead and put a little freshie on each side. Since we're going to send this to somebody, we don't want to send it icky, do we? We do not. We do not. All right, so I'm going to set that down, and I'm going to hit this with my heat gun just for a quick second and get this dry so we can keep on keeping on. Thanks for the sprinkles, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Almost there. Almost there. All right, almost got one little wet spot right there. All right, here we go. Take a few shots vodka. See, that's my remedy. Somebody tell Christina about sprinkles. Here's the thing, Christina, Facebook is so funny about certain words, and they're going to tell you what that means, but Facebook is really weird about saying certain words. And if I say the word out loud, they will hide my video and not share it across the world. So we have to like come up with different words to say that. Yeah, Kathy, I did not, today has been a day. I did not get them back on. I did not do a count. I've had one catastrophe after another today. So it has been all I could do to do what I have done, including have a breakdown and sit in the bathroom and cry for 20 minutes. So I promise that I am going to get those on the Facebook page or on the website as soon as I can. I promise. All right. They're there. I mean, they're here. They're just not on there yet. Oh, I didn't dry my sides. Didn't dry my sides. All right. All right. So the top is dry. So I have a cute little tracer. Hey, Linda. I have a cute little tracer. There's not much to it. We're literally going to create some evergreen leaves. Then we're going to use actual like mini pine cones, a little bit of glass, some beads, and then we're going to write in, oh, it's fine. Y'all know me. I'm just emotional. Somebody hurt my feelings. I had to have a little cry. Then we're going to write in the word Noel, and hopefully Arthur will leave me alone long enough to be able to write that. right? So with that said, I'm going to just use my tracer at a minimum because when I do evergreen, it is easier for me personally to just do it by hand without a tracer. But I'm going to put in the bare bones, which, let me grab some tape. You tape this down. I need to tape it over here. I need to tape it, hang on. Let me tape it here. Make a little book. Little book. All right. I'm going to slide this in, and I'm literally just going to trace the bones. There are 3 of the evergreen leaves, so I'm just going to trace the bones of those. Well, I can barely see them now. So I want one like coming down the middle, and then we're going to do one kind of up, and then one kind of down, right? And then we're going to do Noel. I'm going to go ahead and trace him in black so I can see. Noel. That was terrible. That was a terrible trace, but we'll fix it. All right, so I'm going to slide my graphite paper in. And I'm only going to, I'm going to make sure that's straight. I'm only going to trace in the bones of my evergreen to just a little bit of a line. And then I'm going to very lightly try to do a better job of drawing in Noel. I really need a block. Hang on. I need to brace myself. All right, there we go. So I'm going to be very quiet while I do this. Shh. Noel. I can't talk because I'll mess up. There we go. Let's see. There we are. Bones and the word Noel, and we'll sketch the rest. But if you're a member of the Shattered Circle, I will fill all that in before I scan it and put it in the classroom. So I'll finish that out. It's just easier for me not to at this current moment. Yes. All right, so let me have a sippy. And we'll set this aside so I don't mess it up for my girls and my fellas. And we're going to use avocado, which makes me hungry. I haven't had my dinner today. So now I want Mexican with some guacamole. So there's that. And I'm going to grab my liner brush. So this is my liner brush. I'm going to show you what it looks like. What was that? So I don't know if you can see this, but this is a liner brush, and the bristles start about right there. So it is a long, skinny script liner, and it is really what does a really good job of doing those evergreen lines, okay? Got to hold your mouth right, your tongue right, your eyes right, all the things. So we're going to do our evergreen with avocado. If I can open it, we'll put a little bit of evergreen on, or avocado on our plates. And I want to add a little water because, oh, that's yellow. Okay, I need my clean water done. I want my paint to be a little runny, almost like an ink consistency, so that it flows really nicely and gives me really thin, skinny, crisp, evergreen pine needles, okay? So I've got that water mixed in to almost an ink consistency. And then what I like to do, and this is just me, you know, this is the Cindy way of art, is my brush is really loaded, okay? See how fat it is? I don't want it fat. I want it to be skinny so I have nice crisp lines. So I'm going to take all that paint and I'm going to twirl my brush back and forth, and I'm going to drag it till it comes to a little point again. All right, so we've gotten all that excess off, and now it's back to a point, but it's fully loaded, and we're gonna be able to make some really nice lines. All right, I need my block. All right, I'm gonna start, let's just go ahead and start with this outer edge thingamajiggy, pine needle, pine leaf, evergreen. And I'm gonna do my bone first, that center piece of the evergreen leaf, and I'm just gonna come down, and I'm barely touching, okay? So you're gonna come down and cover that middle line all the way off the edge. All right, so we're gonna reload, load it up, and then twirl it again to get the excess off. I wanna make sure you can see the twirls. And then now you're gonna just make lines, okay? The block keeps my hand steady because I have arthritis in my hand and my hand wants to shake. So I'm using this to support my hand so that my hand doesn't do squiggle lines instead of evergreen, okay? So now I'm just gonna make basically little shapes that are gonna look like parentheses. We're gonna start with at the bottom, and I'm just gonna go from here to my stem or my bone, that little middle piece. All right, so boom, 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 boom. You can go the other way, which is probably easier. Make a little bit nicer needles, but you're gonna start at the main line and go out, 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 and just keep reloading, twirling, and making lines, all right? And you're gonna make all shapes and sizes. They're gonna go, like you're gonna go upward, and then maybe you're gonna go across, and maybe out. You want it to be really kind of organic, so you don't want it all to be perfect. You don't want like, perfect symmetrical little lines. All right, so we got boom, boom. And we're just gonna do it until it feels full. And then we're gonna do the other side. So I'm gonna just turn this way, and I'm gonna like go off the side of my canvas too, because we don't wanna just stop. So act like you are continuing. See how I'm even getting it on my block? So let's load again, and up, over, around, curve, out. When it starts to run out of paint, just reload and twirl. We're gonna go out, out, out. All right, that's good for one. All right, now let's do this one. So we're just gonna do the same thing. We're gonna load up that brush. We're gonna start with that middle little bone thing. And I'm gonna start close to the end and just very gently, barely touching, come all the way off the edge, all the way to the edge. See that? See that? Mm-hmm. All right, let's reload. And we're gonna overlap what we've already done too, okay? Because just because there's already a leaf there doesn't mean the center one doesn't have those needles. All right, so we're gonna start at the bottom, and we are going to overlap into our original. So you can tell already that if you make a boo-boo, it's fine. Nobody can tell, right? Okay. All right, go up, 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 over, across, out, around. Fill it in. All right, voila. Now we're gonna do one more. Hey, Elizabeth. I'm gonna start at the tip. I'm barely touching, remember that. And you're just pulling down all the way off your canvas. And we're gonna just do the same thing. I'm going to go a little bit of water on your brush. I'm going to roll so I have a nice point. And I'm going to show you something real quick. So when I am making these little needles, I am barely touching like this. Just, you want your bristles down and just pull. If you put pressure on your brush and mush it into your canvas, it's going to be like this, okay? You want to be applying with just that little bit on the end of your brush, because the more pressure you put, the thicker it's going to be. And you don't want that. Skinny little lines, all right? Got it? All right, so here's our next one. So we're just going to start again. And we're going to just add those needles. And you can see I got some fatties, but it's okay, right? It's fine. All right, so let's do that. Up, 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 over, around, through. And I'm starting, every time I'm starting at that middle section, right? And you want to have some that are wild and woolly, that kind of go crazy, because that's going to be more organic, more natural, all right? Let's go around, up, around, over. Let's go crazy. Let's get nuts. I know. Steve said, Prince. Steve is an idiot savant when it comes to music. That is a compliment. Stop your whining.
Idiot is a compliment.
You don't know what an idiot savant is?
Yes, I do, but you could just say savant.
Okay, you're a savant. You're a savant. So I'm just going to come in, add a few more little bits here and there. Make it pretty full. And we're going to stop. All right, so the key is to make those little skinny lines. The key is in the brush. The key is in the brush with long skinny needles, and it's in wetter than normal paint. You want it very loose and inky with very little pressure, just like I showed here. You want to do very little pressure on your brush. Just kind of tickle that line across the canvas. All right, so we're done painting, believe it or not, but what we need to do now is I'm going to add my Noel. I'm going to cheat, and I am going to use my Posca, if I can find her. There she be. Posca, Posca, where are you, Posca? All right, so black Posca. This is a 7 millimeter or 0.7 millimeter, which means, let me show you here. Let me show you here that it has a thinner line, and we're going to use that to do our Noel. I would love to be able to do that with paint. Ain't no way it's happening today because I got the shakies. Like I said, Arthur is on my case today, so we're going to use our Posca to do our lettering. All right, that's my cheat. So I'm using this to brace my hands. Oh, the liner brush is a 1. It's a size 1. All right, you want one with long bristles. All right, so I'm going to be very quiet while I Noel myself, because if I try to talk and I try to read and I try to do all the things, I will mess up because I'm in squirrel land. And I'm tired, and like I said, the arthritis is biting me in the tail today. So I'm going to be very quiet, and I'm literally going to just trace over my words. All right, well, let's get started. Oh, so far, so good. Arthur is not my friend. I know. I have to hold my breath too, Kathy. That's why I can't talk. I can talk between lines. The O in Noel is going to take me off the deep end. And I'm hungry. That's right, Jody. That O is going to take me out. I'm going to do my very best. I'm going to be as quiet as I can. But if I mess up, it's going to definitely be on the O. All right, let's do it. Oh, I did it. I can still see my tracer line a little bit, but I am going, once I get Noel on here, I am going to hit this with my heat gun, and then I'm going to take an eraser and try to get those lines off. All right, so E. This is a funny E. Super cool. And our L. I can breathe now. I'm going to hit this with my heat gun, mostly because I want to get those little bits of tracer off that I can see, and I'm going to use my big white eraser for that. But let's hit that with heat. You can tell you can definitely tell I hand wrote the word Noel because none of the letters are the same size. None of the letters are the same. All right, let me just heat this up. Just get it, make sure it's nice and dry so if I use my eraser, it won't smear the pasta. All right, I think we're safe. This is just an eraser from Hobby Lobby in the art department. It's just a big white eraser. All right, so I'm gonna just try. Oh, that worked. Look at that. Just get those tracer lines off from where I didn't stay in the lines. That worked really nicely. So whoever's getting this as a little gifty is not gonna have to see those tracer lines now, right? We cannot be having that. All right, so here's what we're going to do now. I brought a little bit, let me throw this away before I make a mess because I'm in messy land. I brought a little bit of Starfire and I got a little bit of green and I have pine cones that we're going to use. We're going to wait till we resin to add those. And I also have little red beads. These are 6mm red beads from the Hobby Lobby. And we're going to do a little bit of glass and pile in a couple of pine cones and then some red beads. I'm thinking I'm gonna go with green, and this looks like it's green reflective. It is a little bit of leftover green from the Christmas tree challenge. So I'm just gonna get like a spoonful, just a little tiny bit, and just something to hold, something to keep our beads and our pine cones in line where they should be. All right, I'm going to spread some of it down so it's not all perfectly in a pile. Let's spread down some of the little bitty baby ones. All right, so what I'm going to do now is resin, okay? Because anything round, if I put it on my canvas, it's just going to, look, it's going to just roll around. It's not going to stay where I want it to. Now, I could glue them down, but I'm going to be putting those beads in my glass around my pine cones, so I don't really know where I want them yet. And I'm also going to add my pine cones later because I don't like to resin over the pine cones. And here's why, is because they're messy. Okay, so if I add a pine cone now and then resin over it, some of that pine cone debris inside that's always comes out, see the little specks, always comes out, that's going to be floating around in my art piece, and then I'm not going to be happy with that. All right, so we're going to use the green. Let's get rid of that. Green, I'm going to resin. I'm literally going to mix a half an ounce of resin, okay? Super simple, not much to it at all right? So how much resin you use is determined by the size of your canvas and how much glass and other little bits of things you're going to put on. This is just a bitty bit, so a 1/2 ounce of resin will be perfect. So, resin is a 2-part epoxy, hardener and resin, and I use art resin. So I am going to do a little line at my 1/4 ounce mark and another line at my 1/2 ounce mark, because I'm going to mix in 1 cup. I'm going to tell you this. I told this to everybody in the Christmas tree challenge yesterday when we resined. If you're new, mix in 2 cups. If you're new, you want to take your 2 cups and you're going to put your hardener in 1 cup and your resin in the other, and then mix them together. Because when you're new, it's really easy to mix. So if I put hardener in first up to my 1/4 ounce line, and then I accidentally overdo the resin, then it's going to be super hard for me to figure out how much more of the other I need to put in. So new people, 2 cups, hardener in 1 cup, resin in the other, then combine them and mix together, right? So I'm going to take my little baby cup. I'm going to put my gloves on. Thank you, Catherine. And that ring, that ring is a glove buster. Not complaining. He's not even listening to me. All right, so I'm going to mix a 1/4 ounce of hardener and a 1/4 ounce of resin for 1/2 ounce total. The cups come from Amazon. All right, I had to open this last night for our challenge so I could show them how to mix out a bottle. So we're going to just go ahead and use this. I am a hardener first kind of girl. Doesn't matter which one you do first, but this helps me keep track. I always do my hardener first. So I'm going to pour a 1/4 ounce of hardener into my bitty cup. Very slowly, because it's like molasses, and you think you poured it to the line, and then suddenly it's past the line. So when it gets close to your mark, you want to stop, because it's going to continue to grow. And it's going to be like, where did all that resin come from? Right? Right. So I'm at my line now. That is our hardener, part A, whatever you want to call it. Now this is our resin. It has a black top, so we're going to do a 1/4 ounce of that for a 1/2 ounce total mix. So I'm going to go very slow, because this is the one that if you make a boo-boo, it's going to be hard to figure it out. So I like to stop before it gets to the line, give it a few seconds to grow, and see, now it is at my line. So if I had poured more, even though I wasn't quite to my line, if I had poured more, it would have been too much. And then we'd have had a problem. I don't need no problems today. Done. No problems. All right, so now I'm going to grab a stir stick, and we're going to mix our resin for 3 minutes. All right, it's a 3-minute mix, and you're going to just stir very gently. Be kind to your little resin. You're just going to treat it like a little bitty baby, and you're just going to stir gently. Scrape the sides of your cup to get that mixture off the side and mixed in. Scrape on the bottom. And just sweetly mix for 3 minutes. Catherine is going to tell me, I'm going to scrape it off my stick too. Catherine is going to tell me when the 3 minutes are up, but joy would be nice. Maybe we'll do a joy tomorrow. I feel joyful, so maybe we will. So while I'm stirring for 3 minutes, if anybody has a question about Rudy the reindeer, if anybody has a question about our early bird bonus, or if you have a question about the shattered circle, I am happy to answer any questions you have. This is our early bird bonus for joining the Shattered Circle before midnight tonight. If you join us inside our membership group before midnight, you're going to get the video workshops and an essential kit that includes the tracer, the resin, a sanding block, the glass, some glass beads, and all the other little giblets. Sorry, I got in trouble. All the little giblets that it takes to make Rudy special, okay? You will have to source your own canvas, but we're going to give you all those other little things that are going to be harder for you to find. All right, so you have to join by midnight. If you don't know what the Shattered Circle is, I would love to tell you. So I'm just going to give you a little, I've been getting in trouble all over the place. I'm going to tell you a little extra about what you can find inside the Shattered Circle, okay? We are a glass and resin art membership where we do a minimum of 2 workshops a month. And when I say a minimum, I really mean that because we do a lot more. This month, we've probably done 10, okay? So we do 2 workshops a month minimum. We also have a monthly Q&A where this year, we have done our Q&A. While we're doing our Q&A, we do monthly minis, all right, where we do little 4x4 mini canvases that are relative to the upcoming month. Like this month in the Shattered Circle, during our Q&A, we're doing a manger. Time. Catherine said time, but I'm going to go a little longer because y'all yelled at me for not stirring. All right, so 2 workshops minimum a month, plus our 3rd workshop, our monthly mini that we do on our Q&As. We have 2 contests within our group every month. One is the completion challenge, where if you complete and your name is drawn, if you complete the previous month and your name is drawn, you will win the glass for the next month, for the next month's workshop. And we have a member appreciation where every month you're someone in the group who has been an integral part of the group for the month and helped people. We send those people a gift too. Now, what you also get inside the group is any art project that I do on this page, okay? Any art project like this Noel, the people who are members of my group will get exclusive rights to the tracers, supply list, and this video for how I do this, okay? They're going to get the colors. They're going to get the tracer. They're going to get a complete supply list with links to where I find all my goodies. That is what happens inside the Shattered Circle. Also, just wanted to let you know that if you join now, you're going to get immediate access. I'm trying to find my notes. Immediate access to over 100 workshops, all kinds of fall and Christmas workshops, all kinds of just really pretty workshops. There are over 100 workshops at your fingertips the minute you join. And there are almost 200 of these Art Shattered videos inside the Shattered Circle as well. Now, there are 2 things left I want to tell you about, then we're going to pour resin. One of the things that I'm going to tell you is about our discounts. Members of the Shattered Circle do get a member discount on glass art supplies on our website. Okay, so that is something you'll get as well, is glass discounts, tools discounts, that sort of stuff. And last but not least is our Facebook community page. Now, I'm going to start to drizzle on my glass while I tell you about the Facebook page. Now, all our members we have our own private Facebook group where we come together. It's kind of like water cooler talk. We come together, we share our art, we share our hurts, our joys, our experiences. We love and encourage each other. We take care of each other. We make new best friends. It's like a whole bunch of brand new best friends that you're going to enjoy so much being a part of. That is the best part of the group. And I'm going to tell you right now, that has nothing to do with me. It's all the people inside the group that are members of the Shattered Circle that make that happen. I just provided them a space to do it, okay? It has nothing to do with me. We are hell-bent on making sure there is no drama and no angst inside that community. It is just a wonderful group of very loving, caring, helpful people who encourage, give advice. They show each other so much love and compassion. It is just amazing to me. And for me, that is worth the price of admission alone. Okay. Yes, Christina. Christina said she's been a member for less than 24 hours and she already feels all the love. That's just how it is. You know, I have a big heart for people, and I think that everybody in the group is the same. Everybody is just kind and loving and encouraging. And that is a rarity in this world. And we are happy that we have the space for that. So again, it's $42. I'm going to pour a little resin on the outside. It's $42 a month, and you can cancel at any time. If you join, we have an annual option as well. It's $420 for the entire year, which means you get 2 months free. And then you also, as an annual member, get access to our vault. Now, our vault is the first 2 years of our membership, and it has all our original art pieces. There are 52, I think, art pieces inside the vault. If you join annually, you get the vault immediately with your membership. But don't stress, because if you join as a monthly member, you get that at your 6-month anniversary. Okay, so we don't withhold it forever. We just don't want you overwhelmed. And the last thing I want to tell you about is we have a lot of learning tools. We have a lot of videos where we teach you how to cut glass, how to break glass, how to tint your own glass, how to build a canvas, how to tint resin, all the things that you need to know about resin. We have videos on how to create your own Facebook page, how to sell your art, how to package your art, to ship it. And over the next 6 weeks inside the Shattered Circle, it is my goal and my mission to help all of our members who want to sell their art, is to help them with that, with selling. Whether it's at a craft show or on your Facebook page, our goal is to help navigate that process, okay? Last month, we did a live where we helped people and showed different ways to set up a booth table that makes it warm and inviting and makes people want to come in and buy, all right? So those are the kind of things you can look forward to inside the Shattered Circle, plus a lot more stuff that I probably didn't even talk about. And if you're interested, you can click that link, theshatteredcircle.com. Let me see if I can paste it. Probably not. Nope, I can't. theshatteredcircle.com/membership. You're going to get Rudy workshop with all the giblets and all the love and community from our members. All right? We'd love for you to join. We want to send you this. Come play with us. It's the best therapy you'll ever get. And how often do us ladies do something like that for ourselves? Rarely, if ever. All right, we've poured our resin. I've smeared it all around. I made sure I didn't have a bunch of bubbles. Bubbles are a way of life. You're never going to get rid of all of them, so don't even try. You just want to get as many as you can. And now I'm going to dump a few because I want some baby ones. This little bag of pine cones I got from Hobby Lobby. They were in a larger bag, but I I want to pull out some of the smaller ones. I don't want the great old big ones in this little baby piece. So I'm going to just kind of pull out maybe 3 or 5. 3 or 5. There's 4. We'll go with, I'm going to get one more baby. That one's too big. Here. 5 little babies. And then what I do with my beads, y'all? Oh, my beads. What I want to do is situate my pine cones into where my glass is and kind of squish them in. I don't want to cover them with resin. I just kind of want to squish them in like little groups. All right, so we'll put 2 here. And then I'm going to stick 1 right on the end. Got a little drip. I don't like you. Then I'm going to grab 2 more. I might need more. What do you think? Do we need more? More pine cones? Let me turn that one a little. I feel like that's not enough. What do you think? Can you even see? Do you think that's enough? I might add 2 more. Let me throw out and add maybe 1 here. And let me find another small one. And we'll put him like right here. All right? All right, that'll be all right. Now, I got these little loose beads. They were actually on a string. And, yeah, let's do that. Let's pull. I'm going to grab that one and put it like right there. All right, I'm futzing, y'all. Apologies for the futzing. I'm going to put beads in the middle there. We'll see what happens, okay? Some of these are smaller, but most of these are 6mm beads. And I'm going to take my glove off real quick because I can't handle these beads. I'm just going to drop a few in. Let's grab 3. And I'm going to drop a couple in. We can scooch them around if we need to. Don't run away. It's not where I wanted you. We're just going to add some holly to our piece. All right, so let's do a couple here. And let's do a couple here. I'm going to have to rearrange those when I get done because they're acting cray. I'm going to add 1 bead and I think 2 here. All right, let me situate and see how I like them. Got to get those beads where I need them. They're just thrown all over the place right now. All right, so I want these like touching like that. And these scoot over. And then I want that one. He fell in the hole. And that one there. I kind of like that. I feel like I need maybe 1 more. Hey, Stephen Gray, will you look in the bead bin? And there should be white, the white bin. The little white tube right on top. Crystal luster. Crystal luster. We're going to do some frost. Yes. So there's what we have so far. Can y'all see that really well? Seems dark. Thank you. I'm going to pour them. Is that not open? There's one that was already open. Hang on. Steve is on the job. Crystal. It should already be open because I've used them a dozen times. Dun, 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 dun. That's all right. Give it to me. I'll cut it. Oh, you did it again. You ate it off, didn't you? Did you use your teeth? Dude, you're crazy. I'm going to be 80 and still have my teeth, and you're not. All right, these are seed beads from Hobby Lobby. My favorite kind of thing from Hobby Lobby. Look, he chewed off the top. He's crazy. He done lost his mind. He gonna have false teeth, and I'm not. This is Bee Treasures from Hobby Lobby, and they are crystal luster is the color. So they're kind of clear and iridescent. All right, so I'm gonna put a few of those in my little cup, and I'm gonna sprinkle. It's like the frost on the holly, right? Little frost on the holly. Is there a song about frost on the holly? I don't think there is. I think I made that up. Made that completely up. Now, I've covered about as much as I want within that area, but I'm gonna tap a few more just for giggles, just for fun, because they're cute and they're pretty. Just around the green. Voila. And that is it. That is all. Look how cute and simple. Right, Robin? He's crazy. I ain't doing that with my teeth. So there we are. Super simple. Beautiful little gift. You could do this and give, if you have to gift friends, this would make a really cute little Christmas gift. This would make a really cute little teacher's gift, a really cute little stocking stuffer, anything like that. All these cute little smalls, they are what sells at the craft shows, okay? We love making big art. Ice cream? Oh, ice. I was like, how you chip your tooth on ice cream? I can't even read. But these are the things that sell, especially during the holidays, is these little small giftables, okay? This is what I would call a giftable. So is that not cute? And it was so simple. You could make a dozen of those in no time flat. I sell my art for more than most people, Jackie. I don't really sell my art much anymore because I normally just gift it. But if I was in a store selling my art, I would probably put $39 on that. Right there. $39. I don't really sell much of anything for less than $30. Everything I sell, anything I make starts at $30, unless it's like a magnet or a Christmas ornament. And then that would depend on the detail for that ornament. All right, so is that not cute? What do you guys think? Give me some love. Show me some love, because we are going to gift this to someone. We're going to draw a name tomorrow. So if you sprinkled, just tell me you sprinkled, and we're going to draw a name, and we're going to gift this to someone who sprinkled and shared the love.